Fernandez ignites renewal and resilience on The Fire We Carry. February 27, 2026. With The Fire We Carry, Perth-based pop music artist O'Neill Fernandez delivers one of his most expansive and cinematic projects to date. Framed as a journey through awakening, struggle, healing, and legacy, the album moves with deliberate intensity, beginning in sparks of renewal and closing in quiet reflection. Rather than simply revisiting familiar themes, O'Neill pushes forward here. The record carries motion in its bones: highways, storms, electric nights, inner battles, and ultimately, rebirth. The Fire We Carry feels less like a static collection of songs and more like a long drive through shifting emotional landscapes, guided by hard-earned clarity. Introduction. Born in Bombay and settled in Perth since 1972, O'Neill Fernandez has built a career defined by persistence and independence. Influenced by artists such as Cliff Richard, The Shadows, Queen, ELO, Cold Chisel, Australian Crawl, Little River Band, and Air Supply, he has shaped a sound that blends rock energy with pop melody and touches of folk warmth. His early years as a hi-fi enthusiast and mobile DJ across Perth laid the foundation for his sense of rhythm and audience connection. Encouraged by his wife Linda to record his own material, O'Neill gradually transitioned from playing other people's music to building a catalogue of his own. Over the past decade alone, he has released more than 60 albums and over 1,300 songs, amassing a loyal following on SoundCloud and YouTube. The Fire We Carry arrives as another ambitious chapter in that journey, deeply personal, thematically cohesive, and rooted in resilience. Musicality. Musically, the album leans more firmly into rock foundations while retaining O'Neill's melodic pop sensibility. Driving guitars, steady percussion, and layered arrangements give the record a forward momentum that mirrors its lyrical themes of motion and transformation. There's a cinematic quality to the sequencing. Early tracks surge with energy, echoing the thrill of open roads and new beginnings, while the middle section dips into darker tonal spaces before rising again into anthems of renewal. The pacing feels intentional. Even at its most intense, the music remains controlled rather than chaotic. Across 20 tracks, cohesion remains strong. Recurring motifs of fire, dawn, highways, and light create connective tissue, allowing the album to unfold like a continuous narrative rather than isolated moments. Standout tracks. With such an extensive tracklist, several songs stand out for their emotional weight and musical drive. Electric Dawn, an opening statement of renewal, capturing the moment when darkness lifts and purpose takes hold. It sets the tone with confidence and lift. Turn the Wheels, a freedom-charged road anthem that pulses with forward motion, embodying the courage to leave old shadows behind. Rolling Like Thunder, fierce and energetic, this track channels inner power and transformation with storm-like intensity. Heart on the Highway, a bright and uplifting road anthem that captures the thrill of open skies and shared momentum. Starlight Run, energetic and youthful, this track radiates the rush of possibility. It channels the breathless excitement of moving toward the future under wide night skies. Corazon en Fuego, fiery and rhythm-driven, this song leans into passion and chemistry. It blends heat and movement into a dance-infused moment. Lanterns in the Rain, a tender counterpoint to the album's high-voltage moments, portraying love as a steady light during uncertain times. Blackwater Fever, dark and atmospheric, this song leans into tension and mystery, adding depth and contrast to the record's brighter anthems. Love Bites Deep, but Heals, one of the album's most emotionally honest pieces, exploring the duality of heartbreak and recovery. Fernandez Fire, a self-reflective anthem of endurance and identity, forged from hardship and resilience. Perthian Pulse, a vibrant tribute to the city that shaped him, celebrating belonging and local pride. Eternal Encore, the closing track, brings the journey full circle, reflecting on legacy and the quiet resonance that remains after the final note fades. Vocals and lyrics. Lyrically, The Fire We Carry is driven by themes of identity, healing, passion, and perseverance. O'Neill writes with a directness that avoids overcomplication. The metaphors of fire, dawn, and highways feel intentional rather than ornamental. Vocally, the delivery balances intensity with vulnerability. High-energy tracks carry conviction and drive, while ballads soften into reflective warmth. There's an underlying sincerity throughout, the sense that these songs are not imagined dramas but lived experiences reshaped into melody. The album's narrative arc, from awakening to legacy, reinforces O'Neill's long-standing emphasis on authenticity and storytelling. Production. Produced under his own banner in Perth, the album's production is polished yet grounded. Guitars remain central, supported by layered instrumentation that enhances rather than overwhelms the vocals. The mix allows dynamic shifts between explosive anthems and introspective moments. Nothing feels rushed or overcrowded, even the most energetic songs maintain clarity. It's a production style shaped by experience, confident, steady, and purposeful. Conclusion. The Fire We Carry stands as a bold and cohesive statement from a seasoned independent artist who continues to evolve without abandoning his roots. It captures both the turbulence and triumph of personal growth, honoring the battles that shape identity while celebrating the strength that emerges from them. For listeners drawn to melodic rock grounded in heartfelt storytelling, O'Neill Fernandez once again proves that longevity in music isn't about repetition, it's about renewal. Rating: 4.9 out of 5.
I carry the flame that left strong, and my journey has begun. Oh, the fire will live on in the glow of the electric dawn.